Hey, guess where we are? We are at Perranporth Airport with Steve from North Coast Motorcycles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about... Oh, hello. Hello. And we're going to talk about CBTs and how he started his business up.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Okay.
So, what do you run then, Steve?
Okay, I run North Coast Motorcycle Training, and what we do here up at the airfield is get people through their compulsory basic training and direct access scheme, along with anything else that anyone wants to do on a motorbike.
So throughout all this lockdown period, you've done loads and loads of stuff with lots of key workers, haven't you?
Yeah. On the initial lockdown, it was key workers only. So we were working with key workers. That was then extended to essential workers, which we have a lot of down here.
Yeah.
So they then became dairy workers and any farm workers, anybody in a supermarket. So yeah, just generally trying to keep people on the road. The CBT scheme wasn't extended like the MOT scheme was, so people still needed it for their insurance to get to work. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we just carried on with CBTs.
Well, that's interesting.
Doesn't he talk quietly for an ex-artilleryman? Hi, my name's Bob Beamer.
Play it loud.
You can always trust Mark to lower the tone, can't you? Someone will mention that in the comments, for sure. But you've got an impressive site up here, though.
Yeah, we got a 5 mile sort of fake road surface
Yeah.
set up, so you can go around and practice junctions, things like that. We've also got this massive training area here, which is the off-road section for the off-road training on the CBT and direct access. So we've got a Mod 1 training ground down the far end, and just up here, up this end, we've got the CBT training ground too.
Oh, cool. So how is your CBT? I guess CBT is run by
DVSA.
DVSA.
Yeah.
So they tell you what you need to train.
Yeah, they supply us the syllabus,
Yeah.
and then we run through the syllabus, adding in our own experience and things like that as we're teaching. So
Because it's changed an awful lot, hasn't it? I remember when I did my CBT, it was really good, but then hearing stories of people doing their CBTs and riding through hedges and still getting through, but it's very different now, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, you can still make a few mistakes. So obviously people aren't going to ride as though they've been riding 30 years. At the end of it, they're still going to be a little bit wobbly, miss the odd observation. Okay, but yeah, the idea is to get them through, get them safe on the road, really.
So you get riders that of all ages?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. When I came into it 5 years ago, I believed it was all going to be 16-year-olds doing CBTs to get out on the road, but actually we have a very small minority of 16-year-olds. There are a lot of different people. Our oldest customer was 87.
Wow.
And she had already bought herself a Harley Davidson.
Amazing.
Something she'd always wanted to do. And yeah, we got her on a bike and got her riding, so...
How amazing is that? 87?
So that amazes me, because there's a lot of amazings going on there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Because I thought he would all be 16-year-olds wanting to go hooning around. But you do see them on the road, don't you? I saw one the other day. I was driving back, I think he was on a video. No gloves, shorts,
Yeah.
no mirrors on his bike. It was just, although they're not a requirement, but it was just like, my God, you didn't do your training very well, did you? Anyway.
No, they don't... You know the ones that aren't going to listen.
Yeah.
And we're sort of running a scheme with the fire brigade. At the moment we're working through trying to do a safety video beforehand, so that if they watch the video then and they do the test at the end of it, then they get a percentage paid of their CBT by the fire brigade.
Oh wow.
To try and enhance all that sort of side of it, and explain to them what happens if you do come off with no kit on.
Because the guy who helped set up Cornwall Blood Bikes, he was used to ride the fire bike, didn't he? For
Darren.
Darren,
Yeah.
for Devon and Cornwall Fire Brigade. I might have got that wrong, but certainly based down there.
Cornwall Fire and Rescue Service.
Is that it?
That's
Yeah.
Cornwall
We
Fire
ought to
and
get that
Rescue,
right,
that's
haven't we? We do live in Cornwall.
yeah. But you know, yeah. So he was involved in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
And they are desperately trying to improve the safety of it, same as we are, same as all of us are.
Yeah.
You do very much the same thing on the advanced biking, don't you? But
Yeah. I read a comment the other day that 73% of accidents with motorbikes are accidents that are caused by the riders themselves. Current statistics, and 80% of those accidents don't involve any other vehicle.
No.
Which is like frightening, isn't it?
Scary,
It is
isn't it?
frightening.
yeah.
So since you've, I mean, it's been a massive difference, isn't it? So we've had business as normal, and people have been everywhere, motorbikes everywhere, and then there's been nothing on the road at all.
Yeah.
So when you've been doing your key worker CBTs, has that been a lot easier, or has it been a lot harder with no traffic?
I would say it's been a lot easier. What you did tend to get during the lockdown was a lot of people pulling out in front of you more. They weren't expecting to see motorbikes. As far as they were concerned, there was a lot on social media that motorcycles are banned.
It was a nightmare.
And you're not allowed out on them, which obviously for pleasure riding you weren't, but work still had to continue, so
Yeah.
people were still out on bikes. But yeah, it's getting better again now, but now we're just awaiting the holiday makers.
Yeah, and the roads have got very busy very quick, haven't they?
They have,
People pulling out in front of people. Mark did a video last week, didn't you, about you've really got to have your wits about you.
The first 200 metres on the video, a lady just pulled straight across me on the roundabout. I was like, wee!
And one thing that I never thought of, I did a video in lockdown because I had to go to work, and I was riding and I noticed how much concentration I lost because you weren't expecting anything because your head was saying there's nothing on the road.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there was a man with a Zimmer frame on one side of the road on a blind corner with an old man the other side of the road.
Sorry about that.
It's unreal, it's unreal.
There we go. So, you've been doing this for 5 years now?
Yeah.
What's your history?
Ex-military, and then after that I did serve 12 years in the army, in the artillery as you said, and then once I left
I should have
that...
made a joke there, shouldn't I?
No.
I couldn't think of it. Okay, that's all right. Sorry.
Once I left that, I became a Taylor Wimpey site manager, so running building sites.
Anyone with a HSBC claim, here's your man then.
There's too many letters in there.
NHBC.
LHBC, there you go.
Yeah. So I did that for another 12 years, and then we went to America and rode along Route 66 on a Harley.
How do you find that?
Food was disgusting.
Route 66 and the Harley.
Amazing. Harley, terrible. I'll never ride one again.
Other motorcycles are available, but there is a thread here, I think.
We're not Harley haters, we really aren't.
Yeah, really, you should go and buy a bike, not a Harley, I suppose you could say. But I didn't get on with the Harley at all. Everybody that went with me said you should do it on a Harley or it won't be the same. So I did that.
There's not much of it left there now, is there?
It's
Route 66.
no, a lot of it is, just pounding the tarmac, going along there. What do they call them? Freeways, is it?
No idea.
Yeah, they're nice roads. There are some bits on there. There are some really good memories we got from there. With freight trains going past, honking their horns, and going through the desert, going through Death Valley and places like that. So it was an experience and really enjoyed it. And while I was doing it, I thought, what I want to do is change my career and ride a motorbike all day, which is what I was doing there. So
Brilliant.
I'd always commuted on a bike, started riding in 1985 and just ridden ever since. So the reason I got really into that was I decided I wanted to ride on motorbikes full time. Too old for the police, anything like that. So what I really wanted to do was remembering, I still never forgot, the first time I got on a bike on the road, 16 years old, terrified, knew a red light meant stop, didn't have a clue how to ride the bike or any of the rules of the road, and thought, I want to make it a bit better for people, try and get them a bit safer before they get out there on their own. So it was an obvious choice really.
And it's a tall feat, isn't it, making sure people are safe, because it's a big responsibility as well, isn't it?
That's it. There
Are you finding there's lots of female riders about now? I seem to see more females riding scooters and things like for commuting,
Yeah, definitely. There are more and more coming to us.
Which is brilliant, I think.
Yeah, I think as the kit originally, a few years ago when it started, there weren't so many ladies around. Then all the pink kit came out, which obviously doesn't suit a lot of ladies. They don't want that sort of thing. But there was no real choice for them. It was either pink or men's kit.
Yeah.
Whereas now there is a lot more choice out there for them, and there is a lot more ladies' kit designed specifically for them. And the image of motorcycling is changing, which is good. It's not such a macho thing anymore.
No.
So
And some of the ladies are fantastic riders.
yeah,
They really are, aren't they? Can
Yeah,
put some of
yeah.
the men to shame.
Well, we've got some in the blood bikes. I mean, they're special ladies because, who wants to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning driving down the A30
Yeah.
in Cornwall in the winter?
Yeah.
I think they're really special people.
So for old people like Mark and myself, well, perhaps more Mark,
yeah.
what's the sort of price of a course? What do they have to do to get CBT? It's
So
been that long
CBT
ago.
is an easy one to answer. CBT is £99
Yeah.
with us. And the schools in Cornwall, we've got Damerells,
Yeah.
we've got Cornwall bike training down in Penzance, we've got Camborne motorcycle training in Camborne with Mike and ourselves. So between all of us, we're all about the same price.
Yeah.
We're all around about £100, and that includes all of your kit, your equipment hire, and including your bike.
Wow.
You can ride your own bike if you want to,
Yeah.
but we supply the bike. It's all the same cost. So
Yeah. So if they supply their own bike, presumably you've got to make sure that they've got insurance and stuff to protect
yes,
you and
yeah,
make sure
taxed,
that they're.
insured and MOT'd. Yeah, before they can come on it. But yeah, it's just the same cost whether they want to ride their own. It's just personal preference really for
Yeah.
people. But generally, most people ride our bikes.
And it's not actually a test, is it? It's a competency, isn't it?
That's it. It's training. So what we do is generally the idea. Most people think it's a one-day course. CBT isn't a one-day course. It's just that it takes most people a day to get through it.
Yeah.
So you're looking generally between
There's no pressure there then for us, is there?
six to 9 people. So 6 to 9 hours are going to suit most people, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
The CBT course has to be taken every 2 years. So if you're a retake, we've had people who've taken 10 CBTs before, and they're coming back again.
Wow.
And redoing the whole CBT again. They have to sit through the whole section, the whole syllabus.
I wonder why they do that and not take
Well, yeah,
a test,
but
I suppose.
we keep saying that biking's different for everybody.
Different things
and,
for different
and some
people.
just
Yeah.
want to commute to work or just want a scooter or a low-powered bike and are happy with that.
Yeah. But they've taken, that's £1,000, isn't it?
But to be fair, us doing advanced with ROSPA and IM, we get retested every few years anyway.
Yeah.
So actually, they're doing themselves a benefit by upping their knowledge,
Being
aren't they, every
retested,
2
yeah.
years?
Yeah. So
Well, that's all right then.
the longest we've had anyone take on a CBT is 4 days. So if somebody really wants to do it, like obviously yourselves and they love motorbikes, really want to get into it, they will keep persevering with it.
Yeah.
Generally what we normally find is if somebody doesn't like it, it's cheap and they want it to have a cheap form of transport, or somebody's pressured them into it, they know within the first 10 minutes whether or not they want to carry on or not.
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you then on a CBT? No names, obviously, And we haven't done ours yet. So.
Rider Cam TV.
2 idiots.
Who know nothing about anything.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't say it's a funny thing, but yeah, just generally getting to meet such a huge array of people, really. As you said earlier, we get 80-year-olds, we get 16-year-olds.
He was really diplomatic there, and I'd have gone, well, there was this bloke. But he's not done that. I like that.
No, we do, yeah. You'd be surprised how bad people's balance and coordination
Not at
can be,
all.
let's just say that. Sometimes you get somebody that really shouldn't be on a bike. They've never ridden a push bike, they've never had any vehicle on the road, and they think it's a good idea to try and ride a motorbike.
Generally, are they successful?
No. No, if you've got no coordination and no balance, it's something that you really need to practice before you go and... Even a 50cc
Yeah.
is dangerous enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have told me that would have been on a dance floor, actually.
You should never go on a dance floor.
Not for a long time.
But it's weird, isn't it? I was thinking about it, because when I did my CBT and then did my direct access, went from a 125 to a 500 at the time for the direct access.
Yeah.
And then they got a 650, so went on that. And that was much easier to control than the
Yeah.
125. Because the 125s, there's nothing there, is there,
No.
to give you any stability, really?
That's it. When you're a teenager and you weigh 7 stone,
That's true.
then
Wet.
a
Well, are you
125
saying that I weighed more than 7 stone?
and a 125's not too bad. When you're a fully grown adult, you're the heaviest part of the bike, really.
Yeah.
It's a bit too light. they're good for learning on, but what I always tell people is they're the same technology that I was on in 1985.
Yeah.
They're an engine with wheels. When you start getting on the bigger bikes, then you've got traction control, slipper clutches, ABS. All of those features are on the bigger bikes. But the most vulnerable people out on the road are riding around with none of those rider aids at all. So.
Yeah.
We've ridden some scooters. They're amazing, aren't they? Some of the big scooters.
Incredible.
Oh,
Yeah, and the
but
brand
why-
new stuff is...
Why are you riding a motorbike when you can ride one of those massive scooters?
Because it is a motorbike, Mark.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're all motorbikes.
I think one of the best things really that's come out the last couple of years is that manufacturers have been made to put ABS or fuel injection or some kind of system, some kind of technology onto their 125s, which has made it a bit safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the bikes out there now are still very basic.
Cool.
So we're going to be coming down to see you to do a CBT or to have a look at how you do a CBT, and I think Mark wants us to try a couple of bits, so that should be fun.
Oh,
Do you think we'll
bigger
pass?
bike, 'cause
Do you
obviously
think we'll get through?
I don't know. I've seen Mark ride. I don't know about Toby.
Oh yeah, no, trust me.
You're going down, Mark. You're going
You're
down.
going to give it a go. You're going to give it a go on the figure of 8
Oh my
and
word.
the U-turn, are you?
Yeah,
We'll
why
try.
not?
We'll try.
We'll see. We'll see if you can manage it.
I'm not very good at it, you know.
But,
Slow moving's awful, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so on your little site here you've got now, you've got a little bit of an off-road thing you're thinking about, haven't you? Or is that public knowledge?
it's not open yet, but we've got an obstacle course that we built for adventure bikes, which we're going to be opening up very soon. Once all
It's
the
only
restrictions
500
are
metres
eased.
away from where I live.
So have you got a website and stuff?
Yes, yeah, we've got a website,
Not
www.northcoastmotorcycletraining.co.uk.
North Country, North Coast.
Oh, you've ruined it now. You're going to have to say it again
ruined
now.
it now.
So www.
northcoastmotorcycletraining.co.uk.
Had a look at it. It's really quite a nice site, and we'll put it in the description.
We can do.
Yeah.
Be up here somewhere, won't it?
It'll be on the whole screen, I expect.
And we've got
okay.
a Facebook page as well, so you can go on there as well.
Excellent. So
So-
they can get hold of you really quite quickly. And
Yeah.
what's the sort of lead times that you've got? Are you kind of like filling up again now?
In the summertime, about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, lead time. In the winter, generally we can book you about a week and a half. So
Cool.
we're
And-
training roughly on CBT at the moment. We're doing 16 a week. So
So how many people have you got working for you?
just myself, Chris, my wife, and Chris, an instructor as well.
Yeah, that confused me. There's me talking to
Yeah.
Chris. I didn't realise that Chris is the boss.
Chris is the boss.
Yeah. I know he takes guys out who've like not ridden in bad weather before and things like that. Extras, like an extra session and night
Yeah.
riding. You've done that as well. haven't
Yeah,
you?
we do we do riding.
It's a good job I'm here because you'd have
Post-test.
forgot that.
I would have forgot that. Yeah, we do any post-test, anything you require really for bike training before going on to do advanced training with IAM or ROSPA. Then you can come to us if there's anything that you want help with. Because CBT and direct access, as you mentioned in your in the riding video of the CBT, is a very different style of riding.
Yeah.
It's designed to get people safe on the road on a bike. What you guys do at ROSPA is different. It's safer, but you can't concentrate on all that and learning to ride a bike at the same time.
And it's a progressive thing, isn't it? You can't
Yeah,
expect
that's
people to
it.
get on a bike on the first day and be able to look far ahead, because I remember I thought I've only been here for like 3 or 4 hours and I put my kit on and now I'm on a bike on a road.
Yeah.
It's quite a scary place to be, isn't
Yeah.
it, when you first start riding?
Yeah, and as we went out, you filmed the beginning of a CBT, and it's what I enjoy seeing is the progress in that 2 hours that people make. They do get better as you go out. They're safe when you go out, but they get safer as they go. They're noticing more. They're
Yeah.
relaxing into the bike. We always start off with, as you saw, sort of the coast road. Not too many junctions, not too much going on. Nice quiet roads before we turn into the towns, Camborne, Poole, Redrow, and give them lots of junctions and mini roundabouts and traffic to deal with.
Because that's what they're going to be dealing with.
Yeah, that's it. We've got a good mixture of roads in Cornwall, so there is
Well,
Yeah.
quite a good selection.
well, so if you're looking for a CBT, there are many places in Cornwall, as we've established, that
There
are really good. But down here at North Coast motorcycles. North
I'm
Country's a
working with
place in
children and
Cornwall.
Muppets.
I know.
What's going on?
I have no clue. North Coast Motorcycles, give them a shout, have a look. It's all about getting people on the road safer, isn't it? It's not about who's training them or what bike they're riding, it's about making sure people are safe.
No, that's it. We want to see people out on the road riding bikes safely.
Yeah.
More of them.
And you're in safe hands with any of the people that train in Cornwall, but you'll be in safe hands with you.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And the next time you're going to see us,
Oh no.
have we got to wear tabards as well?
Yeah.
We'll
That's
be
a
wearing
legal requirement.
tabards with some
What, like a
furious
dinner lady
writing
used to
on
wear
it.
when you're at school?
Well, you can wear whatever you like.
Okay. I'm up for that then.
And we're going to come down and see the guys here and perhaps have a go or see what they're doing on CBT, because it's great to see what you're going to be put through, isn't it? So that some of those nerves, because some of those tiny questions about which side you get on the bike, just tiny questions become such big issues for people that are just learning, aren't they?
Yeah.
Same with any of us. Is it?
Everybody has different issues that they, some people can't understand why the indicators don't turn themselves off.
They'll be BMW drivers then, won't they?
Well, no, they turn themselves off too quick. They're annoying.
Anyway,
Yeah.
there we go.
We'll see you in the next video when Mark will be wearing a dinner lady
Outfit.
tabard. Well, a whole outfit now. It's gone from a tabard to an outfit.
Sorry, I was in a different video then.
And we'll be down here with all of the guys at North Coast Motorcycles
There we go.
doing a CBT. So thank you very much.
Cheers,
Great
Steve.
to meet you.
Give
Thanks
us a
very
thumb.
much,
He's done the
Steve.
thumbs up.
Done the
Look,
thumbs
look at
up.
that.
Yeah, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you when Mark's dressed as a dinner lady.